Welcome to another episode of New Jersey Paranormal. We're inside the Creeper Gallery in New Hope, PA. Today we're discussing haunted objects and the stories behind them.
So what we're looking at today is a Victorian mourning cape. It's a little worse for wear, as a lot of them are. Very decorative, though. Initially, I bought it because of this ribbon. This is a very rare piece because you never see a pallbearer ribbon. It's only used for pallbearers at funeral, and you rarely would ever see a woman carrying a casket, correct?
Absolutely.
But I had to have this. This just spoke to me. I purchased it from a Fredericksburg, Virginia estate, and there wasn't a lot of history, but it definitely has an attachment, a woman, for me. I didn't send you a picture of this because at the time we weren't doing that.
Right.
But you did do an event here at the Creeper Gallery, and this was one of the pieces that we brought out. We wanted to know a little history because we knew there were children involved somehow, but didn't know how. We knew there was a woman involved. So we had you lay your hands on, and you told us about Victoria and how she drowned her children and
Yes,
called
she
it
did.
an accident, and they never figured out that she murdered her own children, and she was also probably a pallbearer at their
Absolutely.
funerals. So you can give me a little more impression about what you were saying about her. We know she is extremely attached to John
Yes,
from
she
New Jersey
is.
Paranormal.
Yes, she is.
She thinks that he looks like her husband.
Yes, yes.
I'll let you take it from here.
Okay, Victoria was an evil lady who drowned both of her children in the bathtub. They were twins. The children were two twins. There were two boys, two twin boys that she drowned in the bathtub. She was jealous of the attention that her husband gave to the children. So she decided to drown them in a bathtub and was never prosecuted for the murders.
Well, in Victorian times,
Women
they didn't
weren't.
believe that a woman could kill her child.
No.
They felt that was beyond something she could do.
There was rumors.
Okay.
That she had killed the children, but she said that the babies had slipped out of her hand and they had drowned, and there was no witnesses. There was no one else in the house or anywhere near Victoria who could ever tell a different story. It was suspected, it was whispered, but she was never prosecuted.
Right.
She was a pallbearer for both her children.
Where they probably were both buried at the same
They were
time.
both buried at the same time.
And then she ended up living quite a long life,
She
right?
lived a long life.
Right.
She outlived her husband, who she tells me looks a lot like John, and she's also telling me that she misses him. And she is also mentioning that it was an accident,
Oh, yeah, right.
and it wasn't an accident.
Well, what we found, we had a gentleman come in. He's no longer a practicing medium, but in his younger years, he was a practicing medium. And we had just opened the Red Room, and this was one of the pieces that I brought in. He said, "Could I go back?" I'm like, "Sure." He has separated himself from it because he said it just about killed him doing
Yes.
that job, right?
Yes.
And he immediately touched the cape. And as soon as he touched it, he fell backwards like he was fainting.
Sure.
And he said his arm and hand were burning. So evidently she doesn't like men too much, certain men. And maybe she didn't want her secret out to him since he
Right.
would know.
He would
but
know.
he did tell me that it was an evil woman
She was an evil woman.
attached to the cape.
Yes.
And then even to this day, he'll come in, but he will not go near the cape because he feels she's still very strongly attached to it.
Yes, she is.
Also, our help on Friday nights always hears a woman walking around in high
and
heels.
high heels, yes.
It's on the hardwood floor, and that still goes on.
The strange thing is her name was Victoria,
Right.
but she was called Ruby.
Wow.
And I don't get the connection between the name Ruby and Victoria.
Maybe that's what her husband called
Maybe
her.
her husband called her Ruby, but she's telling me Ruby also.
Wow.
So was it Ruby Victoria, Victoria Ruby?
Yeah, it could have been a nickname.
Or was it a nickname?
Yeah, it could have been a
But there's
nickname.
Ruby coming through
It's
also.
a wonder she didn't kill the husband.
No, she left the husband. That she was jealous. That's why she killed the babies because she didn't like the attention the husband gave the children.
So maybe she had postpartum depression.
Maybe. Or
know?
maybe she was just evil and killed
Or
her
just
two
evil.
children.
And now she has a new husband.
She has a new husband, and it's
Yeah.
John from the Paranormal
And
Society.
he seems a little obsessed with her, too. But that's the story on the Cape, and it's a very interesting piece. We thought we had it sold, but it wasn't sold, so it's meant to be...
Somebody has to take this home and be friends with Victoria.
Oh, yeah.
Someone
we know who
has-
that should be.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks a
You're
lot.
welcome.
All right, this is what I'm taking out now. I'm going to try to take out the card.
What is that?
Let's read the card and see what it says.
Here, I'll hold this.
All right.
Nope.
Oopsie. It says Victoria Mourning Cape from a Fredericksburg VA estate, mid-19th century. Children from this area wore this type of cape. Pallbearer ribbon is particularly rare. Let me turn around this way. Immense sadness combined with a very dark impression. Since it was brought into the shop, you can clearly hear high heel shoes. We heard footsteps.
Yes, we did.
Walking around on the wood floors at night. Investigations yielded activity. Medium Bob asked if he could touch it and immediately felt backwards, saying he became very dizzy. He said he felt evil. His hand and arm were burning. He felt it had a female attachment to it. Now, I don't feel any burning right now. There is kind of a weird feeling in my stomach a little bit. We're going to try this one here because that's kind of freaky, right? I mean, it gives you a
I'm
little
glad
freaky.
you're holding it, yeah.
It gives you a little freaky vibe. I'm not like my hand's not burning, but I feel cold on the
So
back
it's
of my
something a
neck.
child would wear when they were.
I guess,
How is a kid going to be a pallbearer, though?
but this is again on the back of my neck is like
A kid can't hold up
it's
a coffin.
freezing.
Well, they get out.
They were this type of Cape pallbearer ribbon. It's a pallbearer ribbon. It's not. They weren't a pallbearer.
Oh, okay.
This is just probably belonged to their
Whatever,
father
yeah.
or whoever was carrying the immense sadness combined with a very dark impression. Immense sadness. I'm gonna hang that there. I'm gonna try the two REM pods. There.
Maybe a little bit on the chair.
Yeah, the chair is a good idea. We still have that out there too.
Oh.
The detector just went off right underneath it. We don't know the name of the person who may be attached to this cape here. Somebody did handle it and they said they felt sad. They felt a burning sensation. I didn't get that. What I got was what felt like someone had a cold hand and they put it on the back of my neck. Look at that. Look at that.
I got chills too.
It is really super, super, super cold right here.
Yeah.
I mean, my shoulders are freezing.
So
right
who
now.
is this?
That was quick too.
Who is
That
this?
was really quick. Look at that. There is something coming off of that thing. Oh, are you, okay.
Okay.
You really want to make your presence known here. That thing hasn't gone off all night.
Nope.
Yep.
Now look at it. It's going nuts. Are you trying to warn us? Is that what you're trying to do? Should we not be handling this? Should I not be touching it?
Are you attached to that cape?
I feel that cold on my shoulders and on my neck. What the? Wow, that is weird.
Are you touching John?
Are you here next to me? I feel a coldness on my shoulder, even my arm through my shirt. I feel it.
I just heard a little kid go, uh-huh.
Did you?
Right? I swear to God, they had to have heard it on the live feed.
I mean, this is, I feel weird. Is this you? Do I feel the coldness from you? Now it's gone.
And I looked here because I thought it was somebody outside, but it's not.
Where'd you? No, it's here. It's on my arm.
Are you touching John?
I'm like feeling right here, like it's standing right here. I might want to turn the SLS on.
I got the flare on you now. You jumped from 79 to 62.
Yeah, the temperature's dropping. Now it feels warmer. It just came and went. That's freaking nuts.
What's going on with that cape? Is that your cape?
It's because I was touching it and I was holding it like this. Should I be touching this pole bearer ribbon?
We're gonna put it on.
Is this disrespectful to be handling this? Is that why you react the way? Here it comes.
Is it okay if we put it on?
As soon as I start touching it.
I'm gonna put that cape on, or I'm gonna make John put it on.
That is
It went
crazy.
from 71 degrees by you to 62.
See, it's the temperature. As soon as I start touching it, the temperature drops. That
Because
is
I felt it
crazy.
also. That's why I wanted to get the flare to verify it.
Could you go make that music box light up? Or if you were to say a word, you have to concentrate though and say the word out loud. This box here may repeat it.
Whose coffin did you carry?
Oh my God, here it comes again. This is weird.
Yeah, and I got it right on him.
This is so weird. You gotta feel this.
Is it dropping, Kenny?
Oh yeah.
You gotta feel this. It's
almost
right
a
here.
second.
on my
I'm
arm.
coming, I'm
This is
coming, I'm
so
coming.
Weird.
Okay.
Go near it. Go near it.
Touch me. Look, I'm touching you.
It's following me. I feel it right now.
I'm touching
Yeah,
it.
but she's steady at 70,
It's following me. I
71
feel it on my
degrees.
arm right now. It's following me.
Circle. Look, I'm touching this one. You touch that one.
Yeah, it's near me. It's
Why are you bothering
it's
God?
holding my arm. Whatever it is,
Here,
my
let me
arm
take
is
the-
freezing. This is
Here.
I've never had this happen before. It's holding my arm. Now I walked away from it. Now I don't feel it.
Touch the cape again. She likes you, John.
Wow. I mean, that was weird. Do you want me to put this back? If you want it back in the case where it was, go ahead and light that circle again in front of me. Maybe you were the one saying release. Maybe you wanted to be taken out of that case and away from everything back there. Is that true? Were you the one saying that?
Does John remind you of somebody?
It's right here. I'm
Maybe.
Holy my name!
oh my
Are you kidding me? You gotta film that.
It went from
Johnny, and
What
it said
the-
black. Black.
Look, I'm wearing. Well, I'm wearing
No,
black
but
underneath
the
here.
cape.
Shoes.
The cape.
Oh, the cape is black. That is
Holy.
the thing that's ever happened.
you went from
Holy.
70 to 62, and then
It
called
said
your
my name. Do you believe that? What are the odds?
That was
Just so you guys know,
Oh my
there are
God.
2,000 words programmed into that box. And the likelihood of it saying my name is, again, 1 out of 2,000 with the coldness on my... I'm standing next to the damn cape. This is nuts. Are you freaking
That
kidding
was
me?
12-degree temperature drop, and then his name got called.
A 12-degree
12
temperature
degree
drop.
temperature drop.
It's literally on my arm. Right here. I feel cold from here to here. Like something is holding onto
It likes
my
you.
arm.
Whatever it is, likes you.
My name is John, and I'm okay standing here and talking with you. Could you tell me, what is your name? Could you think really hard and say your name into that box there?
John, I think you should do an EVP session.
Oh man, that was bizarre.
You should do it. Here.
Oh, I can't rewind like you did and get it.
Well, you just do the
I'll do the
questions and then I'll.
yeah. It's still here. It's right here.
All right.
Oh my
EVP
God.
session. John, you ask the
Dude,
questions
you gotta
because
feel this. Am I the only one feeling
you're the
this?
only one
Yeah,
feeling it,
'cause I
John.
stayed- I got
It's
this- I
here
stayed over there.
to here. Freezing cold.
I could see
I mean,
from probably right here on you down just past your waist.
It likes
It's
you.
cold.
You probably
I wanna
remind
do-
the
And
person
then
of
your
someone.
left arm on the
they
bottom,
said
all
Johnny. Did you hear that?
Heard it.
blue, and your face is bright red.
Maybe like her father, they said, or
I mean,
his
wow.
father. So you might look like one of the child's
So just
fathers.
record and go, right? It's you got to put that away. That thing is
No way.
it is freezing by me. I can't freaking take
I
that.
think we should do the bones on the bottom left. 'cause
Okay,
I
let's do
think
the
that's
bones.
the
Which
same
one?
bones that were over there, which we had really good time with. The
I mean,
last
put
Jesus.
this- I'm gonna grab the bones.
Put that thing back. It's
All right, so
I'm,
No
John
way.
wants the
I'm
cape, you want the
freezing.
thing.
Yeah, I'm freezing.
I
Put
do
that
the bones.
you got to put that thing back.
Okay.
It's interfering with everything else.
All right, I'm gonna take.
Oh my God! It's on the back of my neck. Get that thing in the case, man. Oh, there it goes because he's touching it. See that?
That was John. That's Kenny.
This is me.
Look at that.
That's
That's
Because you touched it to put it back.
yep.
Now it's going friggin' nuts.
Okay.
Look, it's pissed off.
Shut that one. All right, step away.
Oh my God, is it cold?
Can you say his name again? What's his name? That guy. You said it before.
It is cold. I'm not kidding. I am cold.
What's his name?
holy.
It is so freaking cold.
He just went from 71 to 59.
Holy.
I'm telling you, whatever's around me
59.
is freezing.
Now
me.
he's slowly
Can
going
you-
up to 60.
Make it colder by John.
I'm telling you, you got to put that thing back.
All right, I'm gonna touch
I-
your cape again.
It is beyond bizarre cold next to me. Right, put that thing back.
Here I go.
All right, she's putting it back now. You calm down. You can go follow in there if you want to. Possessed on you. Do whatever you got to do. Just leave me the hell alone. All right, it's going back. It's staying in the case. No one's gonna mess with it anymore. That cold is not leaving me. It is not leaving me. Oh man. Ooh.
Where are you feeling?
It's always on my neck and the back of my arm.
Turn around.
Right here. It just
And on the back.
it won't leave me. It's here.
Really?
It's here on my neck. It's here on
Wait,
my
let me
arm.
film
That's
that.
all I feel.
I want to film him with the fleur.
You still feeling it?
It won't leave.
Penny said there's blue on the back.
It won't
of his
leave.
neck.
Yeah, but I couldn't get a stand still.
That's because I'm
like,
trying.
I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to. I'm trying to lose it.
Here, do the.
It won't, like no matter where I go, I'm thinking
could
like
try.
it's here. It's right here. It's back again. It literally won't go away.
Yeah,
It's
look.
right here.
The back of his neck is blue. Oh, it's not picking it up on the.
It's all here.
Damn.
It's like literally like attached to me. I gotta get away from this area. I don't know. It won't
Are you feeling
stop
sick?
following me. No, but I feel.
But even no matter where
I
you
feel
move, it
yeah,
follows
That's
you.
what I mean. I don't know where to go away from.
Maybe.
whatever this is.
Ooh, wow. 74 to 60.
See, it's right behind me. It's
And
here.
then it goes right
Why?
back up.
Here.
Let me come sit next to you.
It doesn't leave.
Let me come
my
sit next
side.
to you, and
And look, see, that's what I mean. Whatever it is,
I'm
it's
gonna
here.
go sit next to John.
And you were
Biatch.
gonna go sit next to me, and
I
what did
think
it
he
do?
claimed John
bad.
as his,
Too bad,
haunted
biatch.
object.
Too bad.
No, I can't. I gotta get up.
Okay, I just
Tell
sat
me if you
down.
feel it. Sit here.
Okay, here.
Tell me if
Okay.
you feel it. See, I go walking by it and it goes off.
All right, I'm here.
This is as nuts as it's
Alright,
been
your
for me
residual right
in
now
a
is
long
75.
time.
All right, come touch me. Come on. Come touch me. I'm sitting right here where John was sitting. Come touch me. Come on.
I am. I'm like gonna go outside for a minute
Yeah.
to see if it.
Go ahead. Come touch me. I'm gonna go get that cape and I'm gonna rip it up.
Protest.
I'm gonna burn it.
Said he could be.
I'm gonna burn it and dance around it. And laugh.
You got like a half a degree fluctuation time. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. John's biggest one was 12 degrees.
John literally went outside.
We're now in studio with our special guest, Kelly. Kelly is actually the person who purchased the cape after watching the live feed. My first question to you, Kelly, is why would you purchase that cape after seeing how it affected me?
I just kind of feel drawn to objects, and that was one of the ones that I felt drawn to. I think no one is beyond saving, and regardless of what she's done, I kind of wanted to give her an opportunity to heal, like in a safe place, kind of, in a way. So I wanted to see what I could experience, and if, you know, I could kind of give her an opportunity to show me that she was not evil, and that's not what happened.
So you thought the environment would change the personality,
yeah, like when
behavior
yeah.
of...
Exactly.
So you brought it home.
Yeah.
Where did you place it, and did anything happen?
Initially, I had it upstairs in my hallway, and the first thing that we noticed was constantly here walking up and down the stairs.
And that was one of the claims.
Yeah, and then doors would open and close, and there was a laundry room door right across from where she was hanging on the wall, and the one night it was just shaking, and we couldn't figure out what was going on.
And this hasn't happened before?
No, and I actually turned the light on in the hallway, and I've slept with the light on in the hallway probably since I've brought
Was
it
this
home.
night one, or was this?
This was night one.
Wow.
Yep, that was the first thing that
Right
happened.
out of the gate.
Yeah, so initially I was like, okay, so this is extremely active. How am I going to handle this? I ended up getting a shadow box, and I locked her in a shadow box, has a lock and key on the side of it, moved her downstairs, and then that's when we started hearing footsteps on our kitchen floor. It sounded like high heels.
Wow.
And, you know, it was just constant activity for at least a week. And then I had somebody else in my house, and he just told me I need to leave. And I was like, wait, what's going on?
Wasn't there any concerns initially with the footsteps that, hey...
There was, but I've had things like that happen with
Okay.
other objects, so it wasn't concerning to me. She wasn't harming any of us, just kind of scaring us a little bit.
Right.
So
But it
to
concerned
me,
you enough to move it from one place to
yeah,
another.
because I don't want it near my bedroom when I'm
Okay.
sleeping.
It didn't kind of intimidate you a little bit, seeing his reaction and the effect that it had on him?
It did, but based off of what I saw on the live stream with his reaction, I thought maybe it was something
Just
towards
me.
men.
Right.
And maybe just you. I didn't think that she would react that way.
Yeah, because
with
the medium
me.
did say that
Yeah.
it was attracted to me because I looked like the woman's husband. I listened to a reading that you had done by Armand, I can't pronounce his name, Ajibi, I think is the name.
A giddy, I think it is.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to put the information on the screen. He touched on a lot of things that Jeanette touched on, and he went way beyond. Right away, he starts referencing sensing blood or death. He touched on the children, and then there, in the middle of all that, we'll go through a couple of these things, but he did mention about feeling like you weren't able to breathe at one point. What happened?
Yeah, the night before I had an incident, I was getting ready to go to bed, scrolling through my phone, and all of a sudden my arm, I got like this sharp pain. I couldn't even lift my arm, and it felt like I couldn't take a breath. And I actually got up and I went to my mom and I said, I need to go to the hospital. Something's wrong. And at that time, it didn't even cross me that she could be doing it to me. I had no clue whatsoever. Next day I was going to the medium. We had walked downstairs and I sat on the couch for a little bit and I took an Advil and it went away and I went to sleep. When he had brought that up, I think that was probably the most terrifying part of the reading, hearing that she was...
Because you didn't really share that with anyone. That was something
No,
you internalized for yourself.
yeah, that was just, I thought it was like either an allergic reaction or something. That was the last thing that I thought.
It's rare for any object to have a physical effect on people. Sometimes you hear things
Well,
move.
the funny
or
thing
you
about
see,
this
but
cape too is like you're saying about that you got affected when we were in the middle of doing the shoot and we didn't do it on camera. They put that on me and I felt like a bite. I thought I got bit by a spider because it's an older jacket. And when I got home, I had a bruise on my neck. But also one of the camera people here actually it brushed across her thumb and she had a bruise there as well. So it doesn't like women, I don't think. Is that what you're picking up?
Yeah, and based off of what that medium told me, she is a very jealous person. So when she sees somebody that's, mentally healthier or doing well, she kind of wants to do something to kind of bring you down. And that kind of made sense to me that she would, attack women. She wasn't a good mother. She wasn't a good woman. So who's to say that she doesn't have some kind of hatred towards women who are better than her?
In my notes that she created her own disaster in her life, that she was mentally ill, that she was negative, and I quoted him as, she gets off on scaring you.
Yeah.
Now, hearing all of that and experience what you have experienced, what's the next step here for you with that cape?
Well, obviously the activity has not stopped. She hasn't done anything to harm any of us in the household yet since that meeting with the medium. The next step was I had spoken to the medium about possibly trying to move her on.
Right.
He's not sure if he could even do it because she believes that she's her own entity and
Right.
life force. And my thing now is when she does do something, I can't give her the satisfaction of being afraid of her. because that is what antagonizes her and makes her keep doing it. So I've
Feeds
been
her.
I've been kind of just like, if I hear something, I'm just like, I try to ignore it. I try to not.
But you need to find a resolution here. You can't.
Yeah.
You're sort of playing roulette and thinking that you can handle this on your own. And if he can't handle it, you need to start looking for resources, because I was affected. You're being affected,
Yeah.
even with the breathing. Who knows the limits to
Exactly.
what the power that thing
Yeah.
could yield? So you really need to start seriously
I
considering.
anointed myself with holy
what the
water
next
before
step.
I came on set with
Yeah.
you. 'Cause no.
Yeah.
I mean, that needs to be your thought process.
That-
I've never come across something that has physically latched onto me and wouldn't let go. I mean, even being across from it now, it feels like it's staring me down. Like
Yeah.
and I didn't want to see it again. After I heard that you purchased it, I said, oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm never going to see this thing again. But then when I ran into you and I found out you were the one who purchased it, you immediately said to me, I got to tell you what this thing is doing. And I wasn't surprised in the least when you told me about the things that it was doing. I was afraid that whoever did own it, and I think Donna was too, that
Oh, Donna was
something-
happy when I bought it. She was like, good.
She
I'm
wanted to
glad
get
it's
rid of it.
Yeah, she said, I'm glad it's going home with you.
does this make you think twice about purchasing?
Yeah, I think I'm done purchasing objects for a long
Do you
time.
do anything to protect yourself?
Yeah, me and my mom, we are pagans, so we do a lot of like protection rituals. I mean, I have salt everywhere. I have a protection broom, like we sage at least once a week in the house. So we do things to protect ourselves to make sure that we're protected, but it doesn't seem to work.
Look at the
with this
nature
one.
of the person we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
Two mediums said about probably murdering a child. One said probably drowning. The other said, like you said, being stabbed. To take that kind of energy or
I
entity
think you can harness it.
Yeah.
into your house, you really could be asking for trouble. And this is for everyone out there who thinks about haunted objects or buying haunted objects. Make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you have some kind of strategy or a resource to go to if things turn bad, because they can. It really isn't a
absolutely.
game. It is real.
Yeah,
I've experienced it.
absolutely.
You've experienced it. So
Would you think about getting rid of it at this point?
Yeah, to the right person who knows what they're doing. I wouldn't just give it to somebody who had no idea what
You'd
they
be
were
responsible
doing.
about it.
Yeah, I'd have to be.
I mean, we could help you
Thoroughly.
with that. We know people who would
Yeah.
be willing to take it on and put it somewhere where it would be protected.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I think that is probably the best course of action, because I don't know if, like, I don't want to compare it to Annabelle because everybody knows, if anyone could cross that over,
Mm-hmm.
it would probably be a choice. And I think,
Yeah.
like you said, I don't think
She
that's the
wants to
choice
go.
she's going to
Yeah,
make.
no, I don't think so either, but that's what I'm going to try, and if it doesn't work, then the next option is to give it to somebody who
Can handle it,
Yeah.
do what they need to do.
Yeah. Because
Well-
I mean, I do have other objects in my house, and when I first hung her on the wall, I have it next to another object, and it's a very sweet spirit that we've had in our house for a while now, and her picture just fell off the wall. She didn't want to be anywhere near it.
You've got to really deal with this. My advice would be to get rid of it and to give it to someone. We'll gladly have someone help you.
Absolutely.
I thank you for coming in and
No
sharing your
problem.
story with us. I'm sorry you're the one who decided to take this thing, but
Yeah.
you really should get rid of it. But
Yeah.
thank you again for being
Thank
here,
you
Kelly.
so much.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this episode of New Jersey Paranormal. We'll see you next time.